show Justin Gaethje anything that Justin could use 7 weeks from now? I don't think so. That's just my opinion. I don't think so. I think whatever Justin uses at the White House against Ilia, he will have learned at a minimum 10 years ago. I don't think Justin will use anything that he learned during training camp last year, 3 fights ago. I believe he will use things that he learned 10 years ago. And moreover, do I think it's a good idea for Justin to be worried about Ilia's punches? Worried about taking the sting off, worried about absorbing them, but absorbing them less. In boxing, that is one half.
To get a chance to talk to them and see, like, why did you circle that, right? Like, oh, you took that option because you knew he didn't have an answer for you there. So he's gonna sit back, look at what Ilia Topuria does well, which is everything, and he's gonna find out where can he fight him. You know what? I think if I'm not rolling dice, if I had to make a pick, I got Ilia Topuria winning by knockout because that's just what he does. And I know Justin Gaethje, is Justin Gaethje gonna wrestle? Is he gonna kick? I'm not sure he's gonna do, but I know Ilia Topuria is gonna get himself in a position where he can knock out Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Ilia Topuria, knocked out Volkanovski.
He knocked out everybody.
Knocked out Charles Oliveira, knocked out Max Holloway. Who did he just beat? Oh, Charles Oliveira. That was his last one. Justin Gaethje, you can't underestimate this guy.
No.
You can't underestimate him. Did he take some shots against Paddy? Yes. Is that concerning? Because, you know, when you take into consideration the the precision that I just said Topuria has, yeah, it's concerning.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit here and say that Justin Gaethje can't pull it off. Of course he can.
Yeah, he has it. He's got it in his mind. He's got it in his technique. His grappling's fun. I watched a video of him grappling with Merab, and he was all over Merab. And that's crazy.
That's what they say. His grappling's just as good, if not better, than his stand-up.
That's where he started.
I've never seen
as a grappler.
I've never seen him grapple, though.
Well, he finished Bryce Mitchell on the ground, and he's finished a few people on the ground. He's like, he does clearly have phenomenal submission.
In a banging main event, look at there's odds out already, and it's crazy, these odds. They still have Justin at like a 4-1 underdog, which is, what was Justin his last fight? He was what is it, a 3-1 underdog their last fight? Something crazy like that. He was the underdog. Justin Gaethje was the underdog. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, these whoever the odds makers are or whatever, I just feel like, you know, the disrespect is there. I mean, even myself, I was an underdog in my fight. You know, the disrespect is there, but it is what it is. You know, that's what we love to do as professional athletes. We like to go in there and we like to.
That's why I just kind of went,
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, well, all right. And then, you know, him fighting Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria is probably one of the most technical, sound athletes that I've seen in mixed martial arts, meaning that his cadence of a rhythm when he boxes, when he hits pads, everything he does is like strategic, right? And so
it's also surgical. The precision is perfect. There's no telegraph. There's no.
The UFC just booked absolute chaos. Topuria versus Gaethje is happening, and every expert in the game is saying the same thing. This fight is going to be pure violence.
Sets things up.
Yeah.
Timing is ridiculous.
Yep.
You know, and then of course combine that with the power that he has. I mean, one shot is truly all it takes.
Yeah, and you know, Ilia Topuria can take a shot, and there's me talking to Justin Gaethje about that. So when I talked to him about that, I never want to give. I feel like every athlete has a.
Demetrius Johnson called Topuria surgical. That's not a word you hear lightly from one of the GOATs. He said Ilia doesn't waste a single movement, doesn't leave any openings. One strike, one knockout. That's terrifying precision.
Talk to them and see, like, why did you circle that, right? Like, oh, you took that option because you knew he didn't have an answer for you there. So he's gonna sit back, look at what Ilia Topuria does well, which is everything, and he's gonna find out where can he fight him. You know what? I think if I'm not rolling dice, if I had to make a pick, I got Ilia Topuria winning by knockout because that's just what he does. And I know Justin Gaethje, is Justin Gaethje gonna wrestle? Is he gonna kick? I'm not sure he's gonna do, but I know Ilia Topuria is gonna get himself in a position where he can knock out Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Ilia Topuria, knocked out Volkanovski.
He knocked out everybody.
Knocked out Charles Oliveira, knocked out Max Holloway. Who did he just beat? Oh, Charles Oliveira. That was his last one. Justin Gaethje, you can't underestimate this guy.
No.
You can't underestimate him. Did he take some shots against Paddy? Yes. Is that concerning? Because, when you take into consideration the the precision that I just said Topuria has. Yeah, it's
But here's where it gets wild. Johnson looked at Gaethje and couldn't figure out his game plan. Wrestling, striking, standing and trading with a sniper. He's picking Topuria by knockout, but he's scared of counting Justin out.
So now you're going to grab him and you're going to teach him defensively, because Roy went into detail. And Roy said it had to do with dealing with Ilia's punches. Whether you're going to block them, whether you're going to slip them, whether you're going to roll with them. But you must, and I quote the great Roy Jones, take some sting off those shots. Interesting. It's very interesting to me. In box.
And get this, Johnson pointed to all the damage Gaethje has absorbed over the years. All those wars, all those times he's been dropped clean. Now he's facing someone who only needs to touch you once. That's a dangerous equation.
Slip, duck, avoid, roll. I could drink to all of that. In MMA, if you have a strategy to be defensive, you got big problems. You got big problems in MMA. You got 4-ounce gloves. There are guys in boxing, they'll eat 3 punches to land 1. George Foreman comes to mind. George Foreman's way of setting you up and knowing that you were close enough for him to reach out and hit is for you to hit him. He would take combinations, boom, to give 1 back. That can't happen in MMA. That can't happen with 4-ounce gloves. If you go in there understanding, boy, this guy's going to hit and this guy's going to hit me hard, and I need to parry it, I need to slip it, or I need to roll with it. If you do any one of those intentionally, you're not going to see the next round. And it wouldn't come down to who's better. In a straight-up boxing contest, it usually does come down to who's better. There is a puncher's chance. There are those crazy things.
Dustin Poirier broke down exactly why Topuria is so lethal. He controls the boxing range better than anyone at lightweight. And once he's in that pocket, Poirier called it the touch of death. 1 clean shot changes everything.
Or out where he was keeping my body, staying long. Kicking range or clinching range is kind of where he fought me. The times I did have success was in the boxing range, but he didn't let that happen.
Well, it just shows you how fucking good Ilia Topuria is.
Fuck.
God damn that dude.
Dude, I love Justin. I'm a fan. I don't like this matchup for him.
Well, you know what? I mean, Justin knows what he's getting into, and it's hard to count that dude out. He's such an animal.
Yeah, he can land the shot, but...
And it's in the White House. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But that dude has the touch of death.
Yeah.
He has the touch of death.
And he's not a big guy. I've never seen him in person, but I was talking to somebody recently, and they said, no, he's 5'7",
He's small, man.
Here's the kicker. Poirier said Topuria isn't even big for the division, but he's still sleeping people. It's not about size. It's technique, timing, and that scary confidence he carries into every fight.
Has it. He has it.
He's got it in his mind. He's got it in his technique. His grappling's fun. I watched a video of him grappling with Merab, and he was all over Merab.
And
that's crazy.
That's what they say. His grappling's just as good, if not better, than his stand-up.
That's where he started.
I've never seen
as a grappler.
I've never seen him grapple, though.
Well, he finished Bryce Mitchell on the ground, and he's finished a few people on the ground. He does clearly have phenomenal submission ability.
I mean, obviously, don't smoke crack.
But wait, it gets better. Dustin pointed out that Topuria isn't just a striker. His grappling is elite, too. So where exactly is Gaethje supposed to take this fight? There's literally nowhere safe.
Well, first of all, let's just talk about that main event. Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. Of course, this is the fight that we all knew, we all kind of wanted. And Henry, we talked about this before. Justin Gaethje was always on this card. If there was one guy that you stamped as the guy that should be on this card, it's Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje is as American as it is. The guy that delivers the whole time, that delivers every time, is willing to really throw his safety out of the window to go out there and entertain. That's the guy that you put on the marquee, of course. And so Justin Gaethje was always on this card. I think the holdup kind of was, well, we want to see what's going on with Ilia Topuria. Is he going to vacate? Is he going up? Would he fight Islam? Or Do we see what's going on with Shu? I think this potential showdown this last weekend, Max or Oliveira, do we see how that turns out, how that plays out? Or Armin. So I think there was a lot of things in play here, but you know, Henry, it is what it is. We have our main event, and I think it's a banging main event.
Kamaru Usman sees something different, though. He thinks this is exactly the spot where Topuria thrives. Massive underdog, everyone counting him out back against the wall. That's when Justin fights like his life depends on it.
In a banging main event, look at there's odds out already, and it's crazy, these odds. They still have Justin at like a 4-1 underdog, which is, what was Justin his last fight? He was what is it, a 3-1 underdog the last fight? Something crazy like that. He was the underdog. Justin Gaethje was the underdog. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, these whoever the odds makers are or whatever, I just feel like, you know, the disrespect is there. I mean, even myself, I was an underdog in my fight. You know, the disrespect is there, but it is what it is. You know, that's what we love to do as professional athletes. We like to go in there and we like to...
John Morgan nailed why this matchup makes perfect sense. This isn't about rankings or perfect matchmaking. This is about putting on a spectacle. And Gaethje always brings absolute chaos, win or lose.
Gotta have Justin Gaethje. There's no more red-blooded American wearing the flag going out there than Justin Gaethje, right? Especially knowing that we probably don't have much Justin Gaethje left, right? He's kind of said, I'm kind of nearing the end of it. So to be like, well, we can't do this, but we'll bring him back at Madison Square Garden, or you know, we're some whatever it may be. Like this is one of a kind. So again, not the Islam from a a meritocratic standpoint wouldn't deserve this. Of course he would, man. What he's doing, but I actually do like this fight. I think it was the right fight.
Morgan sees Topuria as the favorite, calling him one of the most complete fighters in the sport. The striking is obvious, but people sleep on his grappling. 5 rounds of trying to outfight Topuria technically. Good luck with that.
Honest about it, look, Ilia Topuria is the favorite against anybody other than maybe Islam Makhachev right now, and I think that would be a...
Listen, Topuria is already back in camp preparing for this war. He knows exactly what kind of fight Gaethje brings. Both guys are finishers, both guys come forward, both guys want violence.
The run that he's on, the skills he's capable of, he's the favorite here for a reason. If there is somebody, because like, I don't think you want to outpoint Ilia Topuria over 5 rounds. No. You know what I mean? I don't know. And I think people forget how good his grappling is too. So you might be like, we've seen how great his striking is. You may say, oh, well, what if you had a real dominant wrestler? Like, he's a pretty good grappler too.
Well, if last night didn't send you a reminder of that, what he was able to do to Max and what Charles couldn't do to him.
100%,
holy cow.
Right? So I think what you want is somebody that can walk into a battle, take some shots, keep moving forward, and maybe land that big one. Mm-hmm. That's Justin Gaethje.
Justin Gaethje can do it.
That's Justin Gaethje in a nutshell. Now, I think most people and experts ahead of it will be picking Ilia Topuria, but that's again why I think.
So there you have it. 2 of the most dangerous lightweights on the planet are about to collide. This isn't just a fight, it's a guaranteed war that could steal the show. Who do you think walks out conscious? Drop your prediction in the comments, smash that like button if you're hyped for this chaos, and subscribe because this division is about to get turned upside down. But here's what nobody is talking about. The timing of this fight is absolutely crucial for both men's legacies. Topuria is riding the highest wave of momentum we've seen in years, but Gaethje has been in this exact spot before. Remember when everyone counted him out against Tony Ferguson? He turned Tony into a completely different fighter. The psychological warfare has already started too. Topuria's been posting training footage that looks like something out of a horror movie. Perfect technique, devastating power, 0 wasted energy. Meanwhile, Gaethje is doing what he always does. Staying quiet, staying hungry, and probably planning to walk through hell to get his hands on the young king. And let's talk about what this means for the division. If Topuria wins, he cements himself as the scariest prospect in the entire UFC. But if Gaethje pulls off the upset, the entire lightweight landscape gets flipped on its head. Every contender, every champion, every future matchup changes in an instant. The fight IQ battle is going to be insane to watch. Topuria fights like a chess master, calculating every angle, setting up every shot. Gaethje fights like a berserker who somehow learned perfect timing. It's methodical destruction versus beautiful chaos, and both approaches have left a trail of unconscious bodies. Here's the scary part for fight fans. Both of these guys have finishing instincts that border on supernatural. When they smell blood, when they see that wobble, they don't hesitate. They don't play it safe. They go for the kill shot every single time.